we are back for another Let's Play. I was able to get a few of these done from the free time that I had, so we're going to make another one. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome. I am going to leave a link to the playlist. It'll be down below in the description. If you would like, you can click on there and start on episode 1. We made a decent amount of story progress in the last one. We had fun just wandering around the harbor, as you do. Let's hop right back into the game, as it were, and yes, indeed, if you please. We have been tasked with finding the other mirror. Such a revelation. Do you remember? Somebody put this really well. Here, let's get back. Let's bring up the notebook. There we go. Somebody put this really well, and I appreciate it so much. They described it as Shenmue can be seen as a slow game because there's lots of moments and parts where nothing's really happening. But when something does happen, it's a wow. The best way to think of it, as I can describe, would be a performer on stage who stands on stage. They don't move. They stay perfectly still. They're reading Shakespeare. They're reading Hamlet. They don't move at all. You're hearing them, you're hearing the words, you're taking it in. The moment that they move just a bit, move their arm, move their leg, move their head quickly, it's a wow. It gets your attention because what you've been looking at is a static performance, and suddenly dynamic motion happens. And Shenmue does this. We have so many parts where we're just walking through Dobuita, we're on a forklift in the harbor. Nothing's happening. We're doing our job. And then suddenly, there's a bunch of sailors all over our forklift. What's happening here? We learn story elements. This part with the mirror is another wow moment. We spent so long just trying to figure out, okay, we got to go to the harbor. We find the harbor. You look all around. You find, hey, here's a number 8. This is where we go. Oh, it's not. Ah, shoot, we got to still look around. And if you don't know where you're going, you're going to spend a good amount of time meandering the harbor. Where do I go? I don't know. Then you find it. Then you have to sneak in. You find Master Chen and he tells you, what about the other mirror? Mind blowing to the story. You can't believe that there's another mirror? I thought we were just looking for Lan Di in the mirror that he took. There's 2 and it's at your house somewhere? This is stunning. Here, I'll read the notebook. I've been going on. It seems another mirror. Here, let's go back. Just make sure. I think there's new stuff here. Warehouse number 8. Lan Di is leader of a Chinese organization called the Chi-Yu Men. He uses a deadly martial arts style. You better believe it, Rio. It seems another mirror called the Phoenix Mirror exists. Password: Heaven, Dragon, Earth, Comrade. I love that. I don't think too many people remember that. They just remember, you know, Mother's Heaven, Father's Earth, 9 dragons. They remember the full phrase for the password when all you really need to remember is, Earth, 9 dragons, Father's Heaven, Comrade. It makes it easier when they shorten it like this. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting so excited about explaining my theory. But anyways, the next page. The Phoenix Mirror must be somewhere in our house. It's my only lead, so I must find it! Exclamation point. You better believe we must find it, Rio. Anyways, here, let's hop out of there real quick. But you get what I'm saying, right? If you let Shenmue burn, if you let it continue to unfold, if you continue to explore the world, you are rewarded with mind-blowing story elements, QTEs, characters out of nowhere. Oh, it's epic. In any case, we need to explore the house. Now, I've explored a few areas a little bit, but I thought this is a great opportunity to just hang around the house. Take a look around. If you've never played the game before, I'm not going to spoil too much of how we figure out where the mirror is because, again, it's another wow moment. It's another thing that, after searching all over the place, looking up, down, left, right, You finally figure out where it is. Oh, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about how exciting it is when we finally find it. In any case, we're going to enjoy taking a look around Ryo's house. Let's turn on the light. Again, the little things, that sound of the light, the sound of the fluorescent light turning on. Excellent. And now there is a soft glow just outside of the light. The light looks, to me, it looks ornate and fancy. Maybe it seems basic for other people. I love this room. I love the leather element on the couch. It looks, how can I put it? It looks pristine. It looks like it's been used, but it doesn't look weather-worn like a lot of the other chairs and elements, which shows everything was being respected and taken care of in the house by everybody who was inside. Obviously, this is a meeting room where I'm assuming Iwao, Ryo's father, was coming here to meet people. What a good use of resources. They have the space heater, which on the top you can see. You can also put a kettle. And as a lot of you know who've been watching me play this game, I wish there was a kettle on here so I could stare at it, but that's okay. Again, look at those little details. The exterior wire to try and keep you safe and keep you away from the heat. The little plaque that's down there on the bottom, probably just giving the descriptor of the name of the company that manufactured it, I'm assuming. Big hole on the bottom. They're kerosene heaters. You got to put kerosene in there. You got to be careful with that. Once again, all of these awesome different little things to look at, like the frames. We can pick them up. I also love that sound effect. It just sounds so rigid and static. We can look up and down, which I love Shenmue 2. Look at that. We can look a little bit to the sides here, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. I love Shenmue 2, but we lost a little bit of this, you know? I get it. They probably figured, people didn't care. Hang it back up. Same sound effect. We could look at the... Wait, look at the clock, Ryo. Oh, yeah. See, in Shenmue 2, you can zoom in on certain things, but it doesn't lock in like this, and I miss it because I think it makes it awesome. I remember the first time I noticed the clocks moved, it just... Wow. I couldn't believe it. Let's go ahead. Yeah, we can check out. Oh, I hear a door. We are also moving a door. You can zoom in and look around. Of course, nothing is inside. The textures on the interior look really interesting to me. Very well done. That's as far as Ryo's willing to stretch for me. All right, Ryo, we'll move you along. There we go. There we go. Check out the other side. Again, nothing to really see, but lots of storage. Part of me, I mean, I'm sure they kept everything of Iwao's. Part of me always thought maybe this is where Iwao kept a lot of his personal items. Maybe it's something that they got rid of. Again, these boxes, a lot of reused elements from other rooms. Baskets. I think that's supposed to be one of the trash baskets. We do have a magazine. We have Mondo. Notice how many copies there are. I wonder if Iwao was using that for reference or teaching. He was teaching students, although Fukusan was the only student. I guess we could consider Ryo to be a student as well, right? Let's open up the other side here. Give it a zoom. Again, just all those little elements. And I love the pleating that's on here for all of the sliding doors for the closets. Oh, and the sound, that smooth. I think we can zoom. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. It's a little blurry, but I'm going to say maybe oranges, tangerines, maybe? Again, always look. You never know, everybody. You gotta look. Check around everywhere. We can zoom in and zoom out. I do like that we can get a better look at the beam. I can't zoom in too well. The beam with all the wood grain elements put into it. So cool. Thank you, Ryo. Similar to the room, believe it or not, there is another panel outside. So this is transparent. You can see through it. And there's another layer outside that's supposed to represent the woods. Oh, it's so awesome. I Love it. I love it. I love it. Here, let's check out the bookcase. Might as well. We can go in. Remember, kids, it was the 80s. Books were fun. Got to enjoy your books, kids. Of course, in Japan, it was very fun. They all had awesome manga to read. I guess, outside of Japan, there was comic books, of course, but still, manga's awesome. And we have Fukuhara's room. To me, this always looked like a piece of paper that he just scrawled his name on and then tacked it up. The other rooms don't have a name, so I almost think because he's staying at the Hazuki household, he really wanted to just be like, this is my room, my apartment, my place, my space. Which, of course, good for Fukusan. Remember, we're supposed to be looking for clues to try and find out where the Phoenix Mirror might be. So this would be part of what you should do. You should be poking into every nook and cranny in the room. I'm assuming that it's going to be a little trash can. Of course, Fukusan's piggy bank. You heard it, right? You heard the coins, right? You can hear the yen. I was always a little bit disappointed. I thought they might program it so we can hear the coins shifting, but that's all right. When you pick it up, it makes a little shink. It's a cute design. You guys did a great job when it came to designing the piggy bank. Little corkscrew tail. We can zoom out, of course. Oh, the piggy's so good. If you'll notice up top, of course, Fukusan has written cheat codes. Let me see. Can I go out? There we go. Not cheat codes. He's written down the different moves to perform at the arcade when you're playing Virtua Fighter. Isn't that awesome? Let's turn on the lights. I like how it... For the animation, we are transported over here so we can be nearby to flip the switch, but we were standing here, so put this back. A nice little cushion for Ryo or Fukusan to sit on. Fukusan, similarly to Ryo's room, he's got notepads, Master System paper, lots of different kinds of pencils with different level of hardness for the lead. Of course, we do have an eraser. It's excellent. Fastidious Fukusan. If you look just to the right, we can see those books. I think it's books, right? It looks like what is that to the right? What is that supposed to be? I almost think it's like a transparent bag that's holding different notebooks and stuff. But in any case, fascinating. Of course, Fukusan, again, a fan of Virtua Fighter, aren't we all? Having a certain penchant for certain characters. There it is. Man, I think a lot of the fandom, we all love quoting this quote, don't we? It is a beautiful quote. It's useful as well. Keep your mind as clean as a polished mirror. Don't dirty or clutter your mind. Stay clear and pure. Another emphasis, I think, on what Ryo should be feeling right now. I think Ryo's mind is very cluttered, very dirty with thoughts of revenge, death. Keep it polished, Ryo. Stay on the good path, huh? Once again, we can take it off. Love the sound effect. Always appreciate it. Hang it back up. No Phoenix Mirror there, but that's okay. We learned an important life lesson. And similarly to the other windows, of course, they are transparent. You can see outside just a hair. I know it's hard to tell, but you can see it. This, of course, is Fukusan's kotatsu and his bed. No, kotatsu. What am I talking about? That's the other room. A futon. I'm sorry. Futon. This is his fold-out futon for his bed, along with the pillow. Kotatsu's the heated table in the other room. I've been told by a lot of other fans, of course, that this appears to be a divider, so he could get changed with a little more privacy just in case somebody opened up the door. I can see it. I also thought maybe this is like a box frame for his futon, so he could just lay it on top so he's not laying directly on the floor. But I think back in the 80s, majority of people were still very much... Laying on the floor is not a problem. It's still common to this very day. Everybody still kind of lays on the floor, you know? Here's Ine-san's room. I know we've been here before, so I won't linger too much around all the details. We're being thorough. We're looking for the mirror. I still always feel a little bit inappropriate going through Ine-san's stuff. You know, it's her stuff. She's a nice, quiet lady. I don't think we should be poking through her different clothes and her own private business, but oh well. Hanging the cloth or a towel or a blanket on top of the mirror is a very common practice all over the house in Japan. It's a way just to keep dust off. You can just take it off. There's no dust. It stays on whatever the cloth is. An interesting idea. Another divider. I'm assuming this is just to give Ine-san some privacy. Maybe not when she's getting dressed, but maybe when she's sleeping. I know that can be quite common. We can look in the drawers. Aww. Again, the photo. Yep, pick it up, Ryo. Come on. Oh my. Love the Sega print. Oh, it just makes me feel melancholy and sad. Ryo is front and center. To me, this just speaks of how Iwao's at the back, and he's putting his son at the front. I think he had high hopes for his son. He said, you be out front, you be strong. Fukusan, of course, being more jovial, laughing and smiling. Ine-san sitting supportively to the side, but Iwao strong in the back. I just think the placement speaks a lot about the hopes and dreams of Iwao when it comes to Ryo. So much potential. You got potential, Ryo. I can never figure out what that is. I would always assume it was makeup, but then part of me thought maybe it was smokes, but maybe it's not cigarettes. Because this is someplace where Ine-san would put on her makeup, similar to here. You see the different compacts, you see what appears to be a lipstick bottle. I think in the far back right, I think that holds tissue. Like you can put like a tiny travel pocket tissue in there. I love the comb design. I love that blue comb design. I think it's really neat. If you did notice that Ine-san's, sorry, I'm trying to look down there. Her cushion to sit down is a darker blue. As Ryo keeps zooming in, sorry. Here, I think I showed it. Watch. You pull it, and look. It moves! It makes perfect sense, right? You pulled the string moves, and it slows down to a stop. Oh, that's incredible. Here, let's do it again. And yes, that is quite common in Japanese households. They'll have multiple levels of light that you can choose. Bright, moderate to small amounts of light, and then off. Very common. Oh, it's just stunning. Here, let's do it again. I love that sound. And again, it just, the programming. In this day and age, when the game came out in Japan, 1999, it would not be unexpected. When you pull on the string just stays still. Why not? Who's going to look at the string? Who's going to think that it's going to move? AM2 and Yu Suzuki thought, they're going to look, they're going to notice that it's going to move. Epic. Ine-san has a similar futon and pillow to Fukusan. You can see the power outlet in there. And I think I have described before the bamboo flooring. These are designed to be removable. The idea is that if one of them gets ruined or damaged, instead of having to replace the entire floor, you can take one out, either have it repaired or just buy a new one. They're typically made to the same standard size, although you can get them custom made. Little Japanese knowledge fun for you. I hope everybody's enjoying that. Are you guys enjoying? I'm not always going to remember everything perfectly. I'm going off of knowledge from like, I don't know, like 10 years ago from my time in Japan, and some of it may not be accurate, but I think I'm remembering most of it right. I don't quite know what these are. What is in here? What is in the wood blocks? I'm going to assume maybe more clothes or maybe more makeup. If it's based on this, I think I've talked about this before, but in Japanese households, family seals a family will have a seal for every person. You get your own custom-made seal. It'll have the family name along with your name on it. Instead of signing for a package when it comes, you use that. Important documents, you use these orange stamps that you can see. They're cylindrical right there. Bottom right, I think, is obviously for ink. Important letter and envelope if you're going to send somebody something and you want to stamp it with your name. So I think a lot of this is just backup for the papers and ink. I think the green thing, I think that's supposed to be a stone. Bottom right is a larger stamp that you can use that would have more information on it. Very common in Japan. If you have a Western name, you can get one made, but it's a little more complicated and takes up more room, and it's more expensive. Oh, I love the details on the comb. I love the details. The color, the warm color, and the intricate little elements for the different seals that are on it. Oh, it's epic. I think those are supposed to be more pocket tissue holders. Looks like Ine-san's purse. Very nice, very nice. Let's see, a nice collection. What looks like, I'm going to say brooches, and perhaps also, no, I think this is just for your hair. I think these are just different clips and styles for your hair. I always wondered if this was Ine. You know, Ine-san isn't actually a part of the family. She's just helping take care of the family because Ryo's mother passed away. I always made me wonder, is this something that she had personally, or did Iwao give it to her? Do they belong to Ryo's mother? Part of me also thought maybe some elements of this room, some things in here might have belonged to Ryo's mother and they were just kept in here. Very traditional style of wrapping for packages using cloth. It's a great idea. Cloth is reusable. It's sturdy. Keep everything organized. When you get to where you're going, untie it, take out everything, and then put it away. I think that's another futon in there. I always looked at that bottom and I thought it doesn't look like the wood. And then here's a blue one. I think you could fit a futon in these drawers. They look deep enough. Another carrying case. I'm not carrying a bag. You can see just little tiny flowers that have been etched into the fabric. Oh, it's so cool. All right, we skipped. Hold on, let's go up to here. Go to the right. Again, very simplistic. We have some sandals and what looks like a jacket. I'm going to assume it's a jacket. And I do love and appreciate the squeaks of the doors. It's just great. Out into the hallway. It's a dead end. We're not connected to Fukusan's room. But Ine-san's room, for reasons, makes me think that her room was not originally a bedroom. It was just an extension of the living room here, which we've already explored. As you can see, I've already taken out the Sega Saturn, of course. I always thought that this room was supposed to be a natural flow going into... Oh, somebody just came in. I think Ine-san just walked through where we're standing. I think, yep, there she is. And she's, oh, just such a great detail. And wait. All right, I'm going to lock onto her. I wish the Sega Saturn wasn't there because I'm wondering, did they program her to go higher when the Saturn is out? Or does she always go at that height? So diligent. Here, she's here. Let's just talk to her.
Ine-san?
Yes, what is it?
Well, about that day, have you remembered anything?
No, and I do not want to think about it. I get chills thinking about it even now.
Oh.
By the way, Fukuhara-san was looking for you.
Huh? Fukusan is?
I always love that. Corey Marshall, the voice actor for this game for Ryo. I love you, man. Your deliveries are great. And I love that one. Huh? Fukusan is? Sorry, for some reason Ryo keeps jumping out of it. Stop that, Ryo. Stop that. Again, love the earthenware glasses. I think they're awesome. And I have already highlighted that I did not know that this divider up here is actually... I always thought it was one solid piece. I thought it was all wood. It is not. I still can't believe that I never noticed that. You can see into the other room. It's just amazing for a detail. No idea that was like that. Super cool. All Alright, let's go ahead and head out here. There we go, Rio. We spent a good amount of time in the kitchen last time. I'm not going to pester you all with that. Oh, I just love that sound. And I do love the artwork. Again, the artwork is unique. I do think that's supposed to be a kappa, a water spirit in Japanese mythology. Again, I don't know what this one represents. I'm assuming I can tell the tree, but what is the bottom left figure? I just can't tell. Oh, that sound is just awesome. Ine-san, why are you following us? Very suspicious. And of course the bathroom. I know, again, I've talked about this, how it is the older style. It has the ability to flush, but it is still the older style that is built straight into the ground. It's hard to see, but there's actually a step up, so you can step up and then lean over to do your business. The cover, of course, on top of the toilet paper is very common. Again, makes sense when you flush. A little bit of splatter does happen from the water because water is moving. Makes sense to cover it up to me. The efficiency of being able to wash your hands as the water comes out and fills the reservoir, to me, is pure genius. I just think that that's such a great idea. Although in Japan it doesn't seem like it's practiced that often, at least from where I was in my experiences, but that's all right. Let me see, that's the shrine room. We've already been in there. We will go into Iwao's room. Let's go ahead and turn on the lights so we can get a better look, huh? Again, some of these paintings, just beautiful representations of Japan. Can't top it with that sun. Love the rising sun in the photo. All right, Rio, let's put that back. Be ever unyielding. A little bit conflicting messages around here. Some of them are about being kind, understanding, and calm, and other ones, like this, make me feel like Iwao was saying, don't ever stop what you need to do. Oh, it's so cool. We can take it down. Look, and there are 2 nails in the wall. Ah, it's so cool. But yeah, this one, to me, the message really seems to push more along the lines of never give up in your pursuit, which you gotta give it to Ryo. His pursuit on revenge, he's not gonna give up on it. Here, we can go down here, zoom back out. Always maintain composure and presence of mind. See, to me, that it just seems like such a flip-flop message. Up there, never be unyielding, so never stop at what you're doing. Always maintain composure and presence of mind. Again, trying to emphasize, please, Ryo, compose your mind. What happened was terrible, a tragedy, awful, shouldn't have happened. But just don't let your mind go wild, you know? I think the textures are different. Basically, watch the bottom. We're going to watch the bottom, see how it's a little bit more dirty. I don't know, maybe it's my eyes. It looks like it's more dirty and gritty at the bottom, and it gets lighter as we go up. Maybe I'm crazy. Oh, and the sound of the paper. I love that we can pick them up. Take a look around inside. Very nice, very nice. I always wanted to hope to check the bottom to see if we can see like a maker's mark or something. We can't, but that's all right. We can see a good amount of it, you know. All right. There we go. Check up top. And again, the interiors of some of these, maybe it's the lighting, but the colors look slightly different than the other closets that we've already looked at. Ryo's being good. He's making sure to close up everything we look at. Come on, there we go. Let's take a look-see. I don't remember there being a pillar in the other ones like that. Interesting. Subtle differences. Let's back out. Let's open the closet, Ryo. Thank you. Once again, knowledge. Lots of knowledge. The amount of books. We have what, to me, that these look like they're full pull-out scrolls. More books that I'm going to assume have either other elements of learning martial arts or other knowledge. We don't know. Another mystery. Mysteries of Shenmue. Always great. Let's see. More just standard boxes. Probably more books. And this was always interesting to me. The amount of cushions for sitting down. This room, of course, I don't think it could handle that many cushions. I think this is more for if there's guests and you want a cushion for everybody to be able to sit down on. It makes sense to me. Once again, knowledge is power. Lots and lots of books. Slight variation. I do love how it's a bit messy with the books. There is a Go. Here, I'm gonna try. Bear with me. There is a Go board, which is a Japanese version of chess. Just a simple block with a grid. Easy to take it out and go somewhere and play. Played quite often outdoors as well as indoors. And again, I love how Iwao just has all these books everywhere. He was obviously a man who believed in studying hard and keeping the knowledge in his head and maybe learning even more. Here, hold on. Let's go over here for a second. Just a second. No, not at that, Rio. Not at that. Let's go down here. Again, I love the old school scrolls. It's so cool. You can see where the lamp is plugged in. Let's turn Rio a little bit. A paper on the table. Let's pick it up. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. You can pick that paper up early on in the game. I didn't come here early enough, sorry. When you pick it up, it's letter to Rio from Iwao. It's very heartfelt and touching. Life messages. Now see, once again, that is very similar to what is in Ine-san's room. Bottom right, I believe that is for inking. So when he's going to draw some kanji with other elements in here, I think this, I'm trying to zoom in as far as I can on the bottom center. I believe that has some of the inking element that you could rub onto the stone if you're going to do some kanji. Let's open it.
Huh. What's this key for?
A key, you say? Oh, I always love the design of the key. Here, I'm going to zoom close. Hold on.
A key?
Indeed.
But to what?
Let's zoom in closer, bro. Again, this key has so many weathered details to it. Just look, all the pitting. It looks like it's like the front unlocking element, the teeth of the key right there. It looks like part of it is broken just because it's so old. And that to me doesn't make sense based on how old Iwao is. Although if this house has been passed down from generation to generation, it'll make more sense later. But I just love the pitting and detail on the key. Oh, it's so cool. Mysterious key. Ooh la la.
This may come in handy.
Indeed, Rio. All right. That about does it for Iwao's room. Again, I am sorry. I am missing some parts of the story and elements. I'm not concentrating as much on the story as I am wanting to show off the game for all of you. This is supposed to be seeing to the outside. Oh, that was interesting. Look, wait. Did you see that? You saw that, right? Okay, watch. The wood elements that are on the paper door as I turn right. Fascinating. They're wider and a little bit more blurred, even though I'm staring straight at it. If we turn left, watch. They get more fine and detailed. When you play the game at widescreen, it's trying to keep things that are on the outskirts of your vision a little bit lower poly, so it doesn't have to render it so finely. I thought because I was looking straight it would do it, but I guess it doesn't, because watch. Fascinating. Video games are so cool. It's so neat how they do these tricks. That's so weird. It's like I'm looking straight at it, it's fine detail, then start to look up, and there it goes. Anyways, this is supposed to be outside where like the bonsai trees are and stuff like that. Zoom back out to reduce the load that is being imposed. It makes it blurry. Because, yeah, when we look right at it, the fine details of it just is amazing. Oh, and I love the floor, too. The wood grain on the floor. It's so cool. A basket trio. We may open it. Yes, we shall. Yes, we shall. Ah. A move scroll. Twin blades. A classic. And I believe that's that belonged to WoW for the, what's it called? It's called a gi, isn't it? Isn't it called a gi? For the outfit, the karate outfit? I'm pretty sure. And of course, as I said before, Heaven, Dragon, Earth, Comrade. We get our little hints showing that Iwao is a part of something bigger. That's the clue in order to contact Master Chen. Why did Iwao know that? It's because he's connected to so many of them. Why is Iwao connected to what is considered, Master Chen and his dealings is considered to be a little bit of a seedy underworld? It almost makes me feel like maybe Iwao and his associates are not as pure as we may think. Another pot. Lots of details. Love the green color. Shows its age, as it were. We could take down this scroll. Again, not too much to see, but that's all right. Exploring is the name of the game. Well, the name of the game is Shenmue, but exploring is important in Shenmue. Again, all those little details are excellent, excellent, excellent. Here, I want to check something really quick. Let's pop this open. Okay, in the back there, you can see the wood again. Slightly different color again, in my opinion. It looks like it's more gray in here. Let's pop over to here. Is there wood in the corner? Yeah, there is wood in the corner. I just don't remember seeing that in the other ones as much. Interesting, interesting, interesting. We can close it. Let's go down. No, Rio. Let's look at the shrine. Let's look at the shrine. Again, the beautiful flowers that Nozomi brought. Well, Ine-san, are you gonna, she's gonna pay her respects. Again, the programming, you guys. I still don't get that. A lot of characters do that. That little circle swoosh motion. I don't understand it, but I don't know. It just seems almost like a way to show that she's settling herself. Maybe it's a programming thing. Oh, that's just so nice in the programming, and it makes sense. She would be coming to pay her respects to Iwao's memory. Again, I feel kind of bad. I feel like I'm imposing on her privacy, but if you've never seen this before, or you've never had the chance to check it out, I just think this programming is amazing, and this is why Shenmue is different. Other games don't do this, or if they do, I think they do it in a clunky way. This is smooth. They had her do the motion capture for this. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful and heartfelt. It makes you feel like you are in Japan 1980s. There we go. There's that swirl again. Now she's going to get back up and do the fastest spin around you've ever seen in your life. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to clap. Aren't you supposed to clap 3 times? I thought that was a thing. Anyway, the flowers were left by Nozomi, of course. Family altar, Buddhist. No. That's there. No. I want us to look at can we look at the incense here? Maybe, yeah, I can zoom out. There we go. The incense, as you can see, there is one incense stick that is put in. Makes sense. The one family member has passed away. The beautiful flowers were brought by Nozomi. Very sweet. Here we can have Rio pay respects. This is also part of the tradition.
Where's the Phoenix Mirror?
So at this point, Ryo's praying, where's the Phoenix Mirror? Believe it or not, Ryo changes what he requests from his ancestors depending on what you're doing in the game. Programming is awesome. Incredible. And I do love the chime bell. That is also very common. At the very beginning of the game, if you come in here and do the chime, Ryo just says, I will avenge you, father. And that's all he says. Those, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure when you go to a funeral to thank the guests that come, they typically have white boxes or white bags that have just little like candies or snacks. It's a way to thank them for making the long journey, give them something to eat, just to thank you for coming to help and pay respects for the family. Typically, you have to have a lot of them. Other elements for the shrine, more candle holders, another stick to hit the chime bell. Fascinating details. Inside what I would consider to be not Buddhist, but more Shinto religious elements. Wait, I want to look at that again. Hold on. Again, just the amazing details for the bracelet and all the intricate elements. Oh, it's epic. Love it. Let's go to the other drawer here. Replacement candles. Again, I think it is just a 2D photo, but every time I see that, I think that's 3D, and I think those are real candles that somehow they magically got in the game. I don't know. It's so realistic looking. It's awesome. And again, more books and a few more what looks like thank you packages. It, again, makes sense with what just happened in the game, right? We were just... Hold on. Sorry. We were just having to have the funerals, so they would have those on hand, you know? Not quite sure what that's for. The shrine, usually the shrine is made so that you can close it with the doors. Here, I'll zoom out, so that way I'm not bonking into it like crazy. Blue cushions, beautiful wood grain on the table. Absolutely beautiful. All right. We've explored the house pretty thoroughly. I did skip the kitchen, but that's all right. We looked around the kitchen really good in episode 1, right? Oh, telephone.
Hello?
Ryo,
Nozomi, what's up?
I want to talk to you about something. Can we meet?
Yeah.
At Sakuragaoka Park? I'll be waiting.
Alright.
You notice how I shut up, right? I love this. I'm not going to talk. It's so cute. Oh.
Ryo,
Nozomi, what's the matter?
sorry to call you out.
It's okay.
I had to talk with you alone. But with all the problems you've been having...
Is it so important?
For me, yes. Do you have time to talk?
Yes, but I can't stay long.
I know. You see, I'd wanted to wait until things settled down before I told you. But I can't wait any longer. I just can't hold it in. I'm sorry.
Nozomi.
It's about my feelings for you, but if I don't tell you now, I feel like I'll miss my chance to...
Has something happened?
Last night, my mom called from Canada. My father is insisting that I return.
So you're leaving soon?
I don't know when, but I can't go without letting you know how I feel.
I know.
Huh?
But right now, I don't really know how I feel.
I understand. When you're ready, tell me.
I will.
I'm sorry I called you out.
Nozomi, don't forget to say goodbye. See you.
You can't see me, but I'm smiling from ear to ear because I absolutely love that stuff. It's so sweet. It's so cute. And for everybody that says, Ryo is... a lot of people say, Ryo is tone deaf. He's an idiot. He doesn't respond to Nozomi. And sure, there's lots of parts where he doesn't. But sometimes I think you didn't see this scene or another scene where... Like right there, she releases her feelings. She says, "This is how I feel about you." Ryo says he knows. He reciprocates by saying he knows. He knows that she loves him. But he is conflicted. He's a man, who just lost his father. Who knows, just slightly before this, he may have been smiling, laughing, giggling, kind of what we saw in the anime whenever he spent time with Nozomi. He's obviously close to her. He trusts her. He is close to her, And obviously this terrible situation has tainted his ability to feel because he has so much negativity, and it's almost like she's trying to draw it out of him and say, "Come on, Ryo. I know this isn't who you are. Don't do this. Release that negativity. I want you to be close to me." And of course, the added push of her mother and father, who lives in Canada, because Nozomi is originally from Canada, wanting her to come back over there to Canada, made her, I have to confess, I have to say something. Him saying he understands gives her hope. Him saying he has conflicting feelings, but he will let her know. All of it to me just screams he wants to, but he feels like he's going to betray his father if he doesn't. In any case, there was a reason why I was staying in the house so long. I looked at the date. I know what's supposed to happen. I love the moments with them. Raise your hand. Leave in the comments. How many of you love seeing Ryo and Nozomi together? I know there's a good amount of people that prefer Ryo and Shenhua, and there's some of you that really want Ryo to get a little bit wild with joy, but I love the relationship with Nozomi. It's so sweet. It makes me so happy. I know you're watching this for commentary. I didn't talk during the whole thing. It's just so beautiful and pure. If you could see me that whole time, I'm just grinning from ear to ear because it makes me so happy. So incredibly happy for Ryo, He deserves it. He should, he should be happy. Tragedy is bad, but you can have more if you get past it and have a good life. Well, it's going to cut it a little bit short because it was 7 o'clock in the game, but the confession took a while, and I'd like to try to wrap these up with the day. But don't worry, everybody. I'm doing my best to plow through and record these. I know some people are saying this is going to be the longest playthrough I've ever seen. You're probably right, because I'm just going to spend time with the details. So we explored the house. We know the Phoenix Mirror probably isn't in the house. We found a key. Keys are good. Keys are helpful. They get you into places you might want to go. Thank you, everybody. I can't thank you all enough for checking out this series. I'm really enjoying making them whenever I can. The support and you sharing. Remember, share. I want these to be seen by people that maybe don't think of Shenmue as a good game, or maybe they don't think Shenmue is a game that they would enjoy. But hey, I think Shenmue can be a wonderful experience, even if you're not into the action elements, the QTE elements. You like to collect stuff, there's Gachapon. You like to play classic arcade games, you can do just that in this game if you want. If you want to just feel like you're in a cozy environment that's built beautifully with detail and just walk around all day, you can do that until April. But there's so many in-game days that you can just enjoy. So if you know somebody that wants a cozy game just to spend time in, that loves Japan, vintage Japan, share these videos with them. Explain to them there's more to Shenmue. You're going to enjoy it. Thanks again, everybody. I'm done rattling. Like, share, subscribe. You know the deal. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you again next time, all right? Until then, let's put Ryo to sleep. Bye-bye.